They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
What's up there, YouTube land and also social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past Friday and is based on a video game that came out in the early 2000s. And we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button to miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms, such as X, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Pretty much post on these regularly, so definitely check them out. So always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past Friday and is based on a video game that came out in the early 2000s called a Minecraft movie. Yeah! A Minecraft movie. Yeah! So a Minecraft movie, which is based off the Minecraft video game series, which has had 4 or 5 different iterations, I believe, over the course since it came out in the early 2000s. And basically, they're finally just getting around to making a movie about this video game. Now, if you're not familiar with Minecraft, basically it's a world-building game where you build things, anything your heart desires, and you have challenges and all this kind of stuff. And basically, that principle, you know, is kind of what goes on in the film. Now, the idea of making this into a movie, I thought was, you know, kind of an interesting idea because I didn't think there was much that they could really go on. But technically, they really did have a lot that they could do and move on with and really bring to life a very interesting film. Now, I ended up really enjoying the film. I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel about it, if I was going to enjoy it, and it ended up being really freaking good. And I was really impressed with, you know, the casting and everything like that, and I liked the whole storyline and kind of where it played out, and I thought everything about it was just really fun, really enjoyable, and very, you know, overly amazing, you know, because I was actually really shocked because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because I'm not very familiar with the game. I actually have never played the game, but this movie makes me definitely want to check out the video game, most definitely. Now, one thing about this movie I thought was interesting is that the design of it is very interesting. It's very basic, that the video game itself is like almost like blocks and like very like classic, like old school computer graphics, like versus anything you've seen, say, in the last 10-15 years. And so I think that's kind of interesting that all these characters and everything like that are based off of like very blocky looking things. And I think that they did a really good job bringing that to life and, you know, bringing that into the CGI animated world, and it looked really good and worked out very well as well. So this film is directed none other by a gentleman that goes by the name of Mr. Jared Hess! Oh yeah, Jared Hess! Woo! Jared Hess! Yeah! So you might recognize Jared Hess as a director of the film Gentleman Bronco. You might recognize him from a few other things he's done over the years. He's actually done quite a few things with his wife. They're kind of like a duo in the directing and writing world. And you know, I think Jared Hess is a very great director. I have enjoyed pretty much anything he's made. I think everything he has made has been really enjoyable and really fun and just really well executed. And just he's one of those guys that has a really great sense of humor, and I feel like his type of sense of humor really plays out well in the imagination department. And definitely Minecraft was something that definitely was like up his field, where basically your options are endless because you could build anything, create anything from the Minecraft world. And I think Jared Harris did a great job. He brought that great flavor, that great 80s vibe to the film, and gave that very much that 80s feel, especially because, you know, Jack Black grew up in the 80s, so did Jason Momoa, and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, very much so, they were very, you know, big 80s, you know, people. And so bringing that to life in this film was a really great idea. I really, you know, myself, it felt very much, me and Jared Hess were on the same wavelength because I was very much, you know, lived throughout the 80s as well. And, you know, it, like, definitely pulled on those great nostalgic vibes, and that's what this film really did well, and I thought Jared Hess did a really good job of bringing that to life. I also really enjoyed just like the direction he took the film in. I liked the story arc. I liked that, you know, he really brought a great funness to the film and given us some really great like options of seeing several of the different characters that are in the world of Minecraft as well. And I did like that, you know, he got a lot of great comedy out of the film that was really superb and really played the film out very well. Now, if you haven't seen anything Jared Hess has directed, definitely a great film to check out of his that he did an amazing job on. It's a great film that came out in 2004 called Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah! Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah! Napoleon Dynamite is such a classic, amazing film. Freaking hilarious. I mean, John Heder is absolutely priceless in it. Tina Majorano, of course, Efren Ramirez, he's absolutely hilarious in it, and it's just such a great cast, and just such a fun, stinking film, that what is so amazing about the film is how it is, you know, so plain, at the same time being so good. And, you know, being only PG, that was very, you know, unlikely in the early 2000s. You didn't see a lot of PG films during that time, and so it was interesting seeing a PG film that was super funny, but at the same time really well done and really well executed again, you know, like a classic 70s or 80s PG type of film. And I just thought Jared Harris did a great job. He wrote it so well. He gave us that great nostalgic vibe with it. The whole concept was hilarious, and just John Heder's performance as Napoleon was on point, and he got the best out of, you know, John Heder, Jared Hess, by, you know, really getting him to bring that character to life. And I just think that overall he just did a really amazing job with that. I mean, the set designs, the look, like all the clothing they decided to come up with, the liger and everything, it just was a great imagination, and Jared Hess did such a great job of giving us that really amazing, fun new world. If you haven't seen anything Jared Hess has directed, definitely check out Napoleon Dynamite. He did a phenomenal job with that. And I think he did a phenomenal job with Minecraft. I mean, I was really blown away by this film. I was really impressed. I thought that its imagination was limitless, and I mean, the comedy in this film was just on point, and he just really delivered it from his actors, got them to give these really fantastic performances that were so stinking fun, and really brought to life the Minecraft world and made the Minecraft world seem really interesting and fun. Jared Hess, I thought, did a really phenomenal job. If you haven't seen anything Jared Hess has directed recently, go check out his film, A Minecraft Movie, in theaters now. He did a phenomenal job. So this movie has a really small cast, not super huge. I mean, pretty much a majority of the people in it are, you know, pretty unknown, where a few of them are well known and stuff like that, have been different things and so forth. But overall, I think that the main cast itself, the you know, two main guys are really the stars of this film, and they just were so fantastic and really enjoyable in this film. I got to give great props to Jermaine Clement for having his little brief part in the film at the very beginning of the film as like a Storage War guy. That was absolutely awesome to see him in the film. And, you know, I think everyone else did just overall a really great job, and, you know, provided some really fun characters and made the film very enjoyable. Now, it starts off with the cast as kind of the main guy himself, who plays Mr. Steve. And that, of course, is Mr. Jack Black. Oh yeah, Jack Black. Woo, Jack Black. Yeah. Jack Black, such a great comedian and actor. He is so much fun to watch. He is absolutely always hilarious. Of course, you might recognize him, of course, from the Kung Fu Pandas as Poe. You might recognize him from School of Rock. You might recognize him from recently doing the Christmas movie on Paramount Plus about the devil. You might recognize him, of course, from High Fidelity, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and more. And he is just one of those great, you know, comedic actors that can really do it in pretty much any type of facet. And I've even seen him play like more serious roles, and he is really good at that too as well. And I just think that his comedy is just amazing all the time, and he's always on point and just makes things so fun and hilarious, and he's just always a pleasure to watch. And that's what he brought to a Minecraft movie. And I really enjoyed his characterization of Steve and kind of what he brought to it, and how he was kind of like very much like, he wants to build the world, you know, type of deal. And his very Jack Black-isms and all that kind of stuff were perfect for this character. And he really brought it to get, you know, to life in this film. And it worked really well with, you know, the other characters in the film. And I just enjoyed, like, he had some great one-liners throughout the film that were just on point. And his songs that he sang for the film, too, were amazing and fun as well. That really played out amazingly in the film, too. But also, I really just enjoyed what Jack Black brought, you know, to the film. I thought he worked really well with Jason Momoa and the other characters. I liked his relationship with Jason Momoa, and then also I really enjoyed his, like, relationship with all the other characters. Even the actual Minecraft characters was really funny, and I just really enjoyed just, like, the thought process he brought to bringing Steve to life from the video game into the, live action mode. And I just think Jack was super fun, super hilarious, and just did a really great job. And I mean, even some of his, like, performances in it were, like, his high level, of course, funness, and, you know, I mean, his physicality is always fun. It was, you know, his physicality is very much like Chris Farley level, and he does some of those, like, moves in this film, and they're just so damn good, and just so funny, too, at the same time. He's just such a pleasure to see this movie, and I think he was a great choice and really played it out very well. Now, if you haven't seen anything Jack Black has been in, definitely a great film to check him out in. It was a great film that came out in 2001 called Saving Silverman. Yeah! Saving Silverman. Yeah! So he plays a great character in this film that's absolutely hilarious and just so much fun. And I absolutely love his character in Saving Silverman. He plays best friends with Jason Bigg and Steve Zahn, and he just absolutely brings this character to life and just makes you crack up hardcore in this film. And he has some of the greatest one-liners in this film, and especially when towards the end of the film he's like, dude, I'm gay. And like, he just all of a sudden says he's gay, and like, he ends up being in love with Arlie Emery and all this kind of stuff, and it was just freaking hilarious. And he like doing the walkie-talkie thing, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go look in the kitchen. I mean, in the living room over, and then he does the thing. He's like, and Steve Zahn's like, dude, you don't need to do the thing because the thing already does that for you over. He's like, okay, I'll stop doing that thing after this time. I promise. Okay, over. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. And Jack Black is just one of those characters that he works really well with other comedians and actors. And that film, he just worked so well with all those people in that film, and they all played it so amazingly, and they all hit off each other so well. It's just such a really fantastic film. If you haven't seen Jack Black, I think definitely check out his performance in Saving Silverman. He was absolutely fantastic. But I thought he was absolutely phenomenal in a Minecraft movie. He was a great addition. He was so much fun. He just really brought the video game character to life, and it was just really a joy to see him play this character and him bring Steve to life and give us a really good representation of who Steve could be from the Minecraft world. If you haven't seen Jack Black in anything recently, go check him out in a Minecraft movie now. He was absolutely phenomenal. So that brings me to the final actor I like to talk about that was in this film. And that, of course, is none other than the other kind of main guy duo of Steve in this film that is kind of like the rock star and former game nerd, or still is a game nerd but is not as popular anymore. And that, of course, is Mr. Jason Momoa. Oh yeah, Jason Momoa. Woo, Jason Momoa. Yeah. So Jason Momoa, of course, you might recognize from the Baywatch series that he was on. You might recognize him, of course, from other things over the years. Bullet to the Head, Fast X. You might recognize him in a few other things over the years, small bit parts he's had. And he's just a really fun actor to watch, and I really enjoyed watching him blossom, you know, from his heyday to now, and just seeing him kind of evolve into the great kind of comedian I think he has been. And I really enjoy it, like how funny he is and how good he is at comedy and all of that kind of stuff, and I think it really plays out, and he knows how to play off of it and does a really good job with it. And that's what he does in this film. He's freaking hilarious. and him playing like this best video gamer of a particular game in '89 is absolutely on point, and just like totally I feel like what Jason Momoa would be. And his look and everything is hilarious too as well. He's like wearing like all these pink like very 80s colors and everything like that. He's got the 80s shades and all that kind of stuff was really on point. It just works out really well for the character. And, I think that playing off of, like, Jack Black's look is, like, so completely different and works really well for the character. And just, like, some of the stuff that he does throughout the film is, like, so freaking funny. Especially, like, when he's doing, like, trying to mentor the little kid that is, kind of, like, the person that puts together the cube that makes the Minecraft world come to life. And you just kind of like crack it up, like he's trying to even make money off of like mentoring this kid and all that, which is really funny. And like his story is kind of sad at the same time, but I think Momoa does a great job of pulling that off and giving us, even though it's a sad story, he pulls it off very well and gives us a very fun interaction of that character. And I just thought he was a really great addition to the cast and just played in the film so well and made it very entertaining and enjoyable. Now, if you haven't seen Jason Momoa or anything, definitely some great films to check him out in. It's a great series he's been in, playing this main character for DC for a few years back now. And that, of course, is the films called the Aquaman films. Yeah! So Aquaman, The Lost City. Yeah! Yeah, woohoo! The Aquamans. So the Aquaman films, which are fantastic films, I always enjoy them. I think they have been really great films. I mean, it took a while to get the second one after the first one came out, but overall, I think the first one definitely was a better film, but still, 2 was really fun, and I love what they did with Ocean Master, who played it out very well, too. And I think that Momoa as Aquaman, as Arthur Curry, is absolutely fantastic. His version in the Justice League film was on point, and I just foresee him, coming back to the character and just playing that awesome character who I don't see anybody else playing Aquaman anymore because he just was so damn good at playing the character. And I just really enjoyed the kind of differentness that he brought to his characters versus the other live-action forms of Aquaman I've seen. And I think Momoa has a really great talent he could be a very serious actor, and he could really, bring characters to life and give us a really professional and really, like, dramatic element type of films. And I feel there's definitely moments like that with Aquaman, and we get to see that in these 2 Aquaman films. There's definitely great moments that show, like, his very dramatic, serious, sides. And I think that he has that great potential, and I feel he showed that in a Minecraft movie too as well, because he has some really great deep moments that are very profound and work really well. And I think that he's very good at those types of positions and roles, and it really brought a very entertaining and great value to this film. If you haven't seen, Jason Momoa anything, definitely check him out in the great, amazing Aquaman films. He did an absolutely fantastic job. But overall, I thought he was, like I said, a great addition to the amazing, Minecraft movie. He was awesome. He was hilarious. He was fun. He was heartfelt. And absolutely, they just played together so well, him and Jack Black, and really played off of each other and made such a fun film. If you haven't seen Jason Momoa anything recently, go check him out in a Minecraft movie. He was absolutely superb. So what is a Minecraft movie about? Basically, the premise of the story gives you kind of a history of, Steve's character and kind of how he has created the world, and that he's trying to keep the outside world from the Minecraft world safe from this evil other underworld from trying to take over it and blacken out the sun so that they can roam free and destroy the odd world that he has created. And in the process of that, the cube that he sent off to not be found, unfortunately gets found by Jason Momoa's character and his newfound friend, and they open the portal and go into the world, and then the rest of the movie's about them trying to figure out how to get back and get a new cube holder so that they can get out and back to the real world. It's an absolutely fantastic film. I was really impressed with it. I was really shocked at how good it was, and I thought that you know, there was nothing about it that I thought could have been better. And I think the music was fantastic, the animation was amazing, and it just had a lot of great quality to the film. There's some great scenes throughout it. I mean, the scene where Jason Momoa sacrifices himself is absolutely hilarious. And then, of course, you know, we had a great, you know, that scene where they're flying and crap like that, and the Jack Black and him have to ride each other is absolutely freaking hilarious. And overall, I just think it's a really fun film. If you haven't seen it yet, highly recommend go check it out in theaters now. So much fun. Hopefully do a sequel and we get to see more of Jack Black and hopefully maybe even Jason Momoa again. It just is a really clever film and a really great OD to the Minecraft video game. And I just think overall it was a really fun film. Giant tentacle we move boxes up, definitely be added to the collection. It is just really cute, really fun, and just overall a very entertaining film. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out now. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, and also thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time here or you have been before, don't forget to check out any other new videos but I've seen mine yet. As always, people, huge shout out to my old and new subscribers. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. But if you want to show even more support to the channel, help it grow and make it better, please check out my awesome Patreon page where you can get extras, all kinds of cool accoutrements you don't get here on my YouTube channel, and also by becoming a member help support this channel, so please check it out. As always, catch you next one.